Hi everyone, this is Cherry Enchantress with Pixie Dust Tarot, and this is your daily dust for Sunday, April 16th. If you're watching in real time, but it can also be for whenever you stumble upon it, it's also a timeless reading. Today we're using the Tarot Muja, and it is a lovely art deck. I like to collect decks by different artists. I like to also use a different deck every day. Those of you who come back to my channel, you may get tired of me repeating myself over and over again, but I like to let people know who haven't been here before what happens here. So this is a 3-card collective reading, and it's about a day in particular, but it can also be about a period of time, and it can be a clue to something into the future. Also, it's daily dust because it's like a little sprinkling of magic. It's the magic here on this channel, and thank you for being here. And if you're new, please subscribe. I would love that. All right, I'm gonna pull from the middle. We have, oh, we keep getting these traveling. So the 6 of Swords. People are getting ready to do some traveling, but also it could be rites of passage. Ooh, the Ace of Cups, a lot of love. That love, it could be this love energy that's propelling this motion. And the 5 of Swords. All right, let's zoom on in and see what we get. Okay, so the 5 of Swords is a card that always kind of catches me off guard. I try to find the positive in it, even though in the image it's showing kind of a battle that is over. And one is a winner and one is a loser. But the winner is the hollow victory. He won by cheating or unscrupulous means or something like that. So it could be small things, you know, that you or somebody else does to get from point A to point B without going through the proper motions, you know, like skipping steps or taking advantage of someone or something like that. I also often see it as, you know, just little things, like instead of studying for a test, writing notes, you know, or cramming, even just cramming for an exam. Sometimes it's not really cheating, but it's trying to do the shortcut. So I see the 5 of Swords sometimes as a shortcut to get somewhere, to do something. And shortcuts can be helpful sometimes, and they're not wrong all the time. But when it comes to personal growth and things like that, then shortcuts may not be the right way. Like sometimes you have to go through the process. You have to go. So it's interesting. We have 2 ways of going about something. Maybe it's interesting. So with the 6 of Swords, it is progress. It's dealing with the tests as they come. It's facing challenges and dealing with them gracefully. With this is like, so if you are confronted with a challenge and it frustrates you or makes you angry, and then you want to seek revenge, that's more taking this kind of decision, reacting to something and seeking revenge. But if you're faced with a challenge and you accept it graciously as something that you're just going to work through and not let it affect you in an ego way, then that's the better choice. And honestly, these 2 cards could have to do with your karma, because when you build negative karma, it's by doing this. It's by seeking revenge somehow, or reacting negatively, or trying to get back, or one up, or get someplace by not so great means, like by skipping steps, or by, it's kind of like the tortoise and the hare. They both set off to win this race. The tortoise obviously is a slower moving animal, but he is very focused, very driven, very focused, a kind, good natured, and it's like the short and steady, slow and steady wins the race. It's example of that. Slow and steady wins the race. The hare, however, he knows he's fast. He's arrogant. He's cocky. So he feels like, well, I'm so fast. I could take a break and party with friends and I still get to the finish line before the tortoise, you know. And so he has his arrogance and he does what he does, and it trips him up. Literally trips him up from actually winning the race where he could have because he was so fast, but his arrogance got in the way. So you know, I don't know if this is you or somebody that you're dealing with, but if it's somebody that you're dealing with that's like this, don't, you know, it's also, if you're the loser in the situation, it's kind of like being a bad loser and a bad winner. It's kind of being like a sore loser, sore winner. But there's also good winners and good losers, okay? So the sore loser grumbles and says, well, I'm going to get you somehow. And the sore winner is like, haha, I won. And he rubs it in, and he talks about it, and he brags, and blah, 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 blah. That's a sore winner. The good loser is like, well, I accept defeat, and you bested me. Congratulations. Maybe, you know, I'll give it another go another time. And the good winner says, you know what? You did an amazing effort. Thank you for playing with me or competing with me. And, you know, that was the chivalrous way of doing things, you know, the honorable way. Like both the winner and the loser bowing to each other and saying, thank you for this opportunity, or thank you for this match. I humbly win, but I win graciously, and I feel like you could have won as easily as I could have won, but just, you know, the odds were in my favor a little bit more. Whatever, you know, that's the gracious way of winning. So there's two choices here for either you or the other person to make. So just remember, you know, take the high road. Realize that either if you're a winner or loser, to be the good winner and be the good loser. And so there is some kind of journey here, and some kind of, I feel like this is a test for your karma. And if you pass this test, it's like a very loving energy from the universe, from spirit, like even connecting with a person that you love. This is interesting. I saw this in my head. All right. Now, some of you may get it and some of you may not, but sometimes we have certain idols. We follow certain people that we adore. And one of the people that I always thought was so amazing was Fabio, I think his name was Fabio, in the Tour de France. Whenever he was a warrior, very strong, really, you know, he worked out, he had the ability to win races. He had that. He was like the hare, but without the cockiness. He was humble at the same time. He worked really hard. The peloton is about is teamwork, not just being a star. So all the things that he did to me were, I admired the way he was a team player, even though he was a star in his own right. So this could be something like that too, like somebody admiring you on how you do you know, how you are so humble, or you're like this star, but you don't rub it in, you don't make a big deal out of it, so like others might, you know. Or this could be, you know, somebody choosing, you know, the hand is pointing that way, could be choosing this person who maybe it may, you know, taking a long time. It's trials and tribulations. It's passing tests. It's going through the gauntlet. It's achieving goals through this long passageway. But then this could be this other person or this other energy that's coming through that doesn't receive the love because they didn't do it through proper means. You know, they let their ego get the best of them, or they let their arrogance be on top. So it's really it's a choice on how you deal with it. you know, and it all reflects on your karma. So like we may have karma that we carry over from a past life, and you can let that go. You know, you can say to yourself, this karma no longer affects me. I've fulfilled all my karmic contracts. But you're still building stuff in this lifetime. So that's why it's important to, when things come up like this, to graciously move through these tests and challenges and not react. It's not about feeling wronged, or feeling you know, you can feel that way if you want to, but it's not not a healthy place for you to level up. So it's, take that energy, be in the moment, be very present when you have like trigger moments, or these moments build up in you, or see this in other people, and be aware of it in other people. And also be aware of good sportsmanship. That's what this is to me, good sportsmanship. If it's how good sportsmanship looks like, you know, if is it honorable? Yes. It, in the converse, that, you know, not the good sportsmanship is the people who are immature, who are reactive, who put other people down, who you know, are full of insults, even when they win, you know. And so you can tell that those kinds of people, they are the low energy people, toxic types, people that need a little bit more work and help. You know, you can try to help them if you want to, but they have their own journey too. You have your journey and they have theirs. And the best thing you can do is just be a humble winner or a loser whenever the situation arises. And I hope you enjoyed that. Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust.